Hello, welcome back to GearGossip. We're back from Music Messe in Frankfurt, alive and kicking and with only a slight loss of hearing. Thank you to all you musicians. God. While other people actually managed to get their hands on a Marshall stack and some guitars and recording equipment on Music Messe the illegal way. So thank you guys, you're so cool. I myself managed to get something the legal way. In this case, Ideyha, my Japanese is very rotten. Giga Distortion. Giga, big and ugly and Godzilla-like. Tiny. That's what I call gig bag friendly design here. Actually, these guys managed to get a switch in and out, 9-volt in, 4 potties featuring volume, gain, and cut or boost with a sweeping frequency in this package here. And unfortunately, it's very, very black, so I'm having a hard time to get this thing illuminated with my rotten little lighting equipment. More interesting is anything that is on the inside. Look at this. Actually, you can see there's a 9-volt in there also. It's hardly bigger than the battery, and they managed to put all this stuff in there. The only design flaw here I can find is the base plate. Rubber equipped, so doesn't skip around on stage. It has some sort of ridge running around the base plate, and this little ridge keeps me from using my favorite batteries. These extremely long-lasting lithium batteries. In this case, ultra lives, but these batteries are a little bit more rectangular than usual 9-volt blocks, so it's just a little bit too high for that ridge, so I can't close it. But that doesn't keep me from test driving it, which I will do now. It's called the Distortion box. Yeah, let's hear how distortion we can get. Here we are, plugged in and seated with my Höfner guitar and of course a sort of clean sound. First of all, let's just cover the range of gain we can get. La la la. Sick, dick, dick. And that's a good starting point. I'd say this is a fuzzy nature. Halfway up. Very bass heavy. This is the bridge pickup. Almost full. Even more. No, things get noisy. Whoa. But this is only one side of the pedal. The other side is the very high amount of output you can get. So now I'm overdriving my amp. Almost no gain. And now for the output. But still this high amount of bass. Jesus. And everything in between. La 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 la. Little boosting my amp. A little bit of a gain. But it's not machine-like, actually. It's still a little bit of organic distortion here. But now for the most interesting part, and that's the cut and boost section with the sweepable mids. Yep, 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 or whatever. This here is the cut and boost. So this is on nothing. So if you turn here, nothing happens. Let's just boost. You sometimes get the impression there's nothing happening. This is because, to my ears, the frequency that is pushed or cut is very small. So if you're playing up the neck, for example, you might think, oh, there's nothing happening at all. But as soon as you getting to different areas of your fretboard, you notice there's something going on. Boost. I guess you get the idea. And now we cut. Huh? So what you have here is a little wah-wah built in there. Or the other way. Really, really fat. Walk, walk, walk. Or nasty. That was the bridge pickup, by the way. Already too much. So what's the whole point? You can get a lot of interesting shades of distortion or fuzz from one pedal. Sometimes very nasty and sometimes not so. This is the coolest setting, actually. Jawohl! Gib Stoff! Okay, I know some of you don't like all these effect stuff, so dry. As you might have noticed, if you have a fat guitar and a fat amp, you might find better alternatives than this one. But if you like this sort of sound here, headset sucks. You'll have a nice time. If you have a bright and not too bass heavy amp and a humbucker guitar or a mini humbucker guitar like this one, you can have a lot of fun. So what's the end of it? The end of it, that I'm sitting too high on this chair. And I actually like this little box here. Check out their website that I kindly enough wrote down here. Check out my music, which is on levelin.com. And yeah, if you have some gear to review, send it to me and I give my very best. See you.